now is the founder of Happy Healthy Women. It's a women's collective with more than 15,000 members across Ontario. Trying to add a more feminine feel and support to business. Natalie, Colalillo, is that what you'd say?
Yeah, I would say. And I would say, making health and wellness the full circle with success.
What made you decide to start this?
I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, and there was a point in my journey. I started my first business at the age of 28, and I reached a point of burnout at that time, and was serving that business much more than it was serving me, and ended up having to close that business. And what I realized was that the thing that I wasn't paying attention to was me. I was paying attention to everything else in my life. And I thought, if I'm going through this, then there must be other women that are going through this too, that stage of burnout in, entrepreneurship. And so I really wanted to start a community of women that supported each other.
How would your burnout have been different if you had been a man, or would it?
Well, I think as women, it most likely would have been different. I think as women, we take on a lot. We try to be all things to all people in our lives. And I had to be a really good friend still, right? I had to be a really good partner to my now husband, who may have not been my husband now if I had kept going the way I was. So there were a lot of things that I was juggling. And success, I had to prove myself in the world of success, and it just wasn't working.
One of the things that we often hear about is that men, to network, they go out for drinks after work, or they go out to do some sporting event. They golf a lot. But women don't tend to do those things because they have to get home.
Right.
How can we make this experience better for women so that they can network effectively in their business life?
Mm-hmm. So, I know that for us, for Happy Healthy Women, we tend to schedule networking events, 90-minute networking sessions, in the hours when kids are at school during the day.
Good plan.
So that, women don't feel like they have to be somewhere. They can come, they can join us for 90 minutes or even 30 minutes if they want to, and connect authentically. It's less about me selling you a product or service and me buying yours. It's really about connecting authentically so that we get to know each other and then we want to support each other.
How do you think women network differently than men?
So I really do think it's the authentic piece, that piece of authenticity, that piece of letting ourselves shine through just because we're awesome, just because we're great people. And not that I think men don't do that, but I think, networking today is much less about let's make a deal, right? And much more about let's see how we can help each other grow.
So how would you describe the feminine style of business and entrepreneurship then?
Yeah, so I think women are really tapping into the heart-centered approach to business these days. I think they're really tapping into authenticity. And I think women are starting to gain the confidence that they've needed for years to know that, when you combine authenticity and you combine a heart-centered approach to business with the courage that women have and the power that women have, we are unstoppable.
Tell me what you mean when you say heart-centered and authentic.
Yeah, I just mean true. I mean truth. I mean speaking in a way that is what you feel, right? I think we've been, as women, we have shied away from actually saying what we feel and telling it like it is. And so I just mean speaking from your truth.
Give me an example for anybody listening who doesn't quite understand where you're coming from.
So I would say, instead of sitting down in front of someone and telling them what I do and trying to hit all the points of, my product or service, it really is about finding out more about them, what they need, right? And then sharing from my heart why I'm doing this. And that to me and to the women in our collective creates such more of a bond than just trying to sell a product or service. Does that resonate?
Yeah. So if I become a member
Yep.
of the Happy Healthy Women community, what happens? Take me through the process.
So our membership to any women who want to come out to our events is absolutely free. All you really have to do is go on our website and sign up for an event, and you're considered a member. So that's a really simple process. You come out to an event and you enjoy yourself. But then we have other ways of women coming on board with Happy Healthy Women in terms of leadership. And those memberships are paid memberships where they can come into our collective and promote their business and promote themselves as leaders.
So then you can connect with the mentors. If do you put people together that might need help to work with each other?
Absolutely. There's always connection going on. But the mentors that are coming in are really the women. So we call them trailblazers, and they're really the women that are coming in to share their content with our community. So provide really valuable content on health, on wellness, on happiness, on how to achieve success, but also have businesses and are experts in that field. So they're promoting themselves as a result.
So if you join, let's say you have a business in category A, you can network with people from category A, maybe regionally too, geographically.
Absolutely. So we have both an online community and an in-person community. Mm-hmm. So in person, you would join your branch. We have over 20 branches across Southern Ontario. And so you would join your branch, go out to events, and then online, we can all touch base all over the place, right? Our mission is to go across Canada in the near future and eventually be global. This is going to be a huge thing. So we want women from all over the place to inspire women from all over the place.
Now, you talk about women learning to listen to their gut. Yes. How do they learn how to do that? Natalie, because you learned how to do that.
I did.
Did you learn the hard way or the easy way?
I did. I always say from what I've experienced, lead with the heart and let your mind come along to compute. And what that really means is stop thinking about what you feel like you have to do in life, how you have to impress someone, what you have to say, and start doing what feels right for you. Start doing what feels good, and you will see success come along because now you're putting yourself out there and you're serving. And the way to do that is to get in touch with it, to listen, to meditate, to get quiet, to take a walk in nature, and just listen to what your body and your mind are telling you.
Well, sometimes I think in business, some of us have certain skills and others have other skills. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's just a matter of learning how to sort of go out of your comfort zone mm-hmm. and surprise yourself. So when do you know when it's the wrong thing or the right thing?
Right. And so listening to that intuition is so powerful when it comes to that. I always say if it feels exciting and a little bit fearful, but exciting, then you're on the right path. If you're like, you're just feeling super afraid and you can't go anywhere near that and it's feeling wrong, then you have to listen to that too, right? But I always say, the way to do it is to throw the beach ball and then find a way to run to it versus just hold on to that beach ball really tight.
You believe that it's important to find a community, and then what advice do you give to women who are looking to find their own community, other than come and join us?
Yeah. I say just look for that tribe that you resonate with, right? Like look for that community that their branding is right in line with yours, right? That go out to certain events and test them out and see if they're speaking your language. We get women that come to us that are so closed in, that are, looking for change. Maybe they're coming from, a bad place in their life and they want to start something new and be surrounded by great people. And so they come out and they join us, and 6 months later, they don't stop talking. They're wearing bright colors. They're just out there. And so we see that transformation. So find a tribe that works for you where you can do that with.
So how do people connect with Happy Healthy Women?
Yeah, so you can go to our website, happyhealthywomen.ca. Mm-hmm. You can also follow us on Facebook. We have multiple groups for each branch, and on Instagram as well.
And it's all Happy Healthy Women.
Happy Healthy Women.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much
for
having me.
Sharing your experience and your advice.
Thank you. I've loved it.
This is What She Said. We'll be right back.